Hi there. I'm Kate Bergener. I'm a graphic designer and I specialize in interactive PDFs that help your customers do incredible things. Today, I am continuing to work on the lead magnet that I am putting together that's sort of a sampler of all the different interactive PDF capabilities that I have discovered thus far and could implement for my own clients' projects. So I'm on a really exciting section of the PDF now, the summary box. I'm going to use a couple of these throughout, but this is sort of like the big kind of blow your socks off at the end of the lead magnet kahuna. So I'm pretty excited to show it to you today. One of the things that a summary box is great for is making the user answers extremely actionable because it creates one big block of text. It can be broken up into multiple paragraphs, but it is something that you can copy and paste and put somewhere else. Normally, if you have uh, page text and then some fields interwoven. You can't really copy, like you can't highlight that and copy and paste that out because the highlighting won't capture what's inside of the fields. But if you put everything inside of a field, somebody could take an email from a script that you've written or put together. I've built a survey builder for a client before, or it's a good way to gather what things people have done and what they have left to do, and you can incorporate calculations into them. You can do all kinds of really cool things in a summary box, and it's just kind of like wherever your imagination can take you with what you can do with that data is the limit. Okay, so let's dive in so I can show you how this works. Okay, so here we are in the lead magnet. I have the same document opened up twice on my screen because it gathers information from throughout the document and puts it into the summary box here at the end. So this is the final page right now, and this is the opening page. I have this set up to kind of pre-write an email for somebody to send along to me that kind of communicates what they've done in the planner and to send me their information in case they would like to talk about actually making their project a reality. So on the first page, they can put in a name and a company name, and then you can see it's already updating this line in the summary box, and it's already got some pre-written frame text in there, and then just as we add things, it'll fill them in where it's appropriate. And okay, the next piece comes from this multi-choice quiz here. So I can choose one of these answers and it's going to fill in when it comes to interactive PDFs. I've poked around with it a bit. Or if I change my answer, it updates it here. I'm a total newbie. And then the next part of the sentence comes from the following page where you can choose some of the goals here, and you can see that it's adding right here. And you can see that like every time you click something, it's adding a phrase that's kind of rewriting what this particular goal says. And so you could have like a really long paragraph here, but because this is set to auto resize, people will be able to see all of the answers that they've got, regardless of how many things are chosen here. So I'm only going to do 4 here just because otherwise it makes it very small. Does not affect being able to copy and paste it out, but it affects being able to read it clearly. And then next, we're going to go to this drop down. This drop down controls so much throughout the entire lead magnet, and it was hilarious to code. I will show off that code at some point because it is pretty incredible. So I'm going to choose the first option here, and then you can see it says I'm looking to take place of some or all of my done for you and done with you client work. Again, if you change what it says here, it updates the answer. So if somebody is like, actually, I kind of think my goal should be this, everything will be automatically, dynamically updated in the summary box, which is awesome. And then finally, we're going to have this brainstorm field fill in here because that's where they've done like all of their thinking about what they specifically want to do, and like they've worked out some of the stuff about it, and that's like the kind of information that I'm going to need to see before we talk about putting together a project for them. So what they can do from here is just copy and paste the whole thing, and then they can throw it into a totally different program. They can copy and paste it into a browser email or into Outlook or whatever, and that will be like pre-written for them, which again, a summary box can ease friction for the user, which is really important in these types of products. And also like gather all of the things throughout the workbook that are important to this piece of communication. Not everything is making it into this email, but it's kind of building throughout the process what is important to know. So this is gathering the stuff that's important for this email, but there's more context throughout the thing. So they can say even look at the workbook over and over and remember some of the more nuanced things that they were doing before they got to this final result. So that is it for the summary boxes. They're one of my favorite pieces of interactivity to incorporate into a PDF because they're so unusual, they're so actionable, and they're like kind of a bunch of fun nerdy coding for me to get my hands into, which I really love. Um, but I think it's like a really distinct user feature that can help set people's projects apart from their competitors on the marketplace because again, you're making something that's like friction free and helps people build things step by step and allows your knowledge to be the framework and then the person's individual input to be the customization for whatever it is that you're trying to put together. So um, the lead magnet is very close to finished. I'm going to go back and do some other parts that I skipped earlier because they were more complex to lay out and to code. So there will be a couple more videos, I think, in this. But if you are interested in getting into my email list so you know when this is available to beta, please click the link down below and sign up. I would love to hear from you. And thanks so much for watching today, and I'll see you next time.